Hello chickies, welcome to the Fully Booked Penguin channel. I am Hannah and today we are doing my May TBR. Hello. Do you like the new setup? I mean, you can't see the boxes here, but if I tilt you can just see it like blank wall over there, which I mean I could shift these further that way. Yep. There we go. So we have our TBR tray here. There's the front row and a back row, and the ones that just won't fit on the pile at this point in time, so they just sit there. So we have to make some room. We need to get rid of some physical books this time around. So of course we're going to begin with my 10 before the end that I'm doing with my friend, and I have a spin wheel with all the choices that she chose out at the beginning of the year. Well, she chose the prompts. We rolled a dice for the good and the bad option, and then I chose books that matched those prompts. There's a couple on this list that I've already done too, i.e. a couple, and the rest are all up for grabs. So we'll have to see. If I do spin one I've already done, obviously we'll just remove it and move it on. So we'll start with our Wheel of Doom or Peace, I've named it. Let's go for the first spin. First spinneroony. A Bachelor's Lesson in Love. This is a Kindle book. It should be on my want to read list, but sometimes I forget to put things on the list. I just zone out. A Bachelor's Lesson in Love. There it is. And it is by Sally Britton. Or Britton. So it is part of the Bachelors of Blackstone's series. It's all by different authors, so they're just each standalones. I assume there's like the underlying Blackstone's tradey vibes to it. So in this one, we have a reluctant guardian, a determined spinster, a battle of wits that might just end in love. So we're following a military officer, former, Edward Halstead. And he never imagined his quiet bachelor existence would be upended by the unexpected guardianship of a spirited young lady. So it's his comrade's daughter, Daphne Price. Daphne Price has an aunt, Felicity Price. And so that's the connection there. So it's like a parenting situation, but they're not the parents. They're the comrade and the aunt. I kind of like that premise. So I don't know how old the girl is. Does it say? It doesn't say how old Daphne is. It is perfect for fans of witty banter. Check. Slow burn romance. Check. And fiercely independent heroines. Sometimes. I do like them strong and witty. I don't think independent is quite the phrase I would use. But we'll see. And it is a no spice romance. Regency romance. I thought you'd pick up on it being Regency, but I never actually said that. So yes, it's like a Regency no spice romance. So I'm intrigued. So that is first on our list. The Bachelor's Lessons in Love. I think they're gonna fall in love. Next we get to our prompt wheel. We will choose 7 books. I've been going for 8 books this year. I was originally like 9 or 10, which we may get to if I don't read enough books, but I've been going pretty well. So I think I'll still reach my 100 goal by the end if I continue with the 8 on the TBR. We'll see by the end of the year how that goes for me. So our first prompt is going to be a red one. Cover with a random color. I try not to repeat prompts, but with prompts like this where you get a different color, we do keep it around. So, cover with a random color is going to be, well, I have to find the random color wheel first. Alright, this one actually gives us 2 colors, so if one's not the one we can use, we can try the other. Whoever it is. Alright, our two colours are a bright pink and a like neon green. I mean, this has have bright pink on it. It's not quite the same pink, but it is bright pink. It's not the majority of the cover, but I think it was just the color is on the cover. This one probably fits. Oh, let's just take these ones off so we don't ruin our list. This one has a pink that matches the pink on there really well. Oh, this one has both. It's not really neon, but it's like a bright green. And then it has the pink. And I do want to get through this series. What about you back ones? Do you have... This one does too, has green and pink. This one isn't quite the right pink. So it's going to go back. This one pretty much matches the pink perfectly. And it does have the green. So we're going to go with Twisted-Wonderland, Book of Heartslabyul, Volume 3 by Yana, Toboso, Wakana, Hazuki, and Sumire, Kowono. This is a Disney series. It's the manga. So in this one, it is the third volume, but we are following Yu, who's a real-world person. He plays a lot of kendo in even tournaments and things like that. However, one night, he is collected by this carriage and transported to an academy in a fantasy world, which is made up of the villains of Disney films. They have these different dorms under each villain. He doesn't have magic, and that is unheard of in the history that a student that's chosen doesn't have magic, so he's kind of put on as a janitor. But he is currently with the Heartslabyul dorm, which is Queen of Hearts. So we are with the warden of that house, and he is a stickler for the rules, and the Queen of Hearts has these really weird rules. Like, oh, I had one example. Whenever a mouse sneezes, I think it's a mole. I don't know, it's a mole or rat or something. Whenever it sneezes, they need to have a sing-song or a tea party. I don't know. Obviously, I would get the punishment for not following the rules, which is a collar that cuts off your magic. Not that I have magic, so it wouldn't really matter, other than having a weight around my neck, which would be unfortunate, and I would spend the rest of the day in bed. Anyway, he's currently going a bit crazy, and these are his henchmen. You and his buddies, those students, they're not really on the warden's good side at the moment. So that is our second book for May. Alright, we now go for our third book. I don't know why that took me so long. Oh, I'm going to drop it. A blue one this time, which is going to be... Buy a new book. I really don't need to. But if you insist. But it has to arrive within the month of May, which is easy because we're only on the 19th of April, so I should get it in time. What book do I want to buy? That is the question we all ask ourselves. I should? Oh, no, I can't. Huh. You're crazy. YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. I can go to my videos, then I can go to my wish list because I'm not signed in over here. Could I just as easily go and sign in? Yes. Yes, I could. Let's go to my latest video. Hi, Hannah. Why is this not working? Why is it doing this? I ended up on my phone. Way simpler. Alright, so we have purchased Edenbrooke by Julianne Donaldson. It is a Regency romance-y kind of thing again. Historical romance. Why? Because honestly, on my list, it was the most intriguing, cheaper book I could get. Okay, so in this one we are following Marianne Daverty. She escapes Bath because she has an unwanted suitor and she's like, bye! However, she gets an invitation from her sister to join her at an estate and she's like, oh, me? Absolutely. Sister, you can go woo the heir of the house and then I can just chill out and relax. But of course, things do not go as planned. There's adventure. There's highway robbery. So we have no information on any man other than the heir is mentioned. And of course the unwanted one, which let's hope it's not the unwanted one in the end. Alright, so two of my friends have shelved this book. So we're going to read that one. Hopefully it's good. I hear it's full of action, like it's really drama-packed. Sometimes I don't really love drama-packed ones because it's so nonsensical, but we're going to give it a try because everyone seems to love it in my bookish circle. And I do enjoy a historical romance. So we're going to give Edenbrooke a try. I think it reset, but here we go for book number 4. Yep. First recommendation on Kindle. I do have my Kindle. I don't mind if I do. Or we could go the recommended for you, but let me just say, it's really gravitated towards the contemporary romance, and but technically, first on the first list that isn't your library, it is The Games of Enemies and Allies, which is book 2 in the Magic on Main Street series by K.M. Shea. And I really want to continue that series. I'm meant to be getting through my physical TBR, and I keep gravitating towards my Kindle. And then I purchased another book. The next ones we will make physical. Watch it all with Kindle. Oh, gosh. So in this series, we are following Jade, who is a vampire hunter. She's currently away from her family, and most vampire hunters, they hunt as a family. But she is left to go to Magiford. So in Magiford, she's joined the police force, and she's on the night squad. So they try and prevent all the magic from interrupting the humans of their town. Meanwhile, a vampire moves in next door, Connor, and they both have these hidden identities. So in the daytime, nobody knows that Jade is a vampire hunter, and Connor is just like a low-level vampire. At night, she's the hunter. Here's a ancient, very strong vampire. Very, very strong. And they kind of have a tiff. In the nighttime, they kind of fight. Because Connor finds her amusing to fight. And then during the day, our main girl has a lot of social anxiety. So Connor becomes her, support animal. Last time we were dealing with somebody setting these fae beasts or, monsters on Main Street. And this time, some wizards in the area are acting very suspicious. Very suspicious, yes. So we have to deal with them while she's trying to track down this ancient vampire. While still working on her social skills with the vampire next door, Connor. So that is our 4th book, The Games of Enemies and Allies. This is actually part of the overarching Magiford Supernatural City series. So, book number 5. Another blue. We already did that. We are not doing that again. My wallet would not be happy. So instead, who am I going to go with? Book number 5. Title with a random number of words. Oh, we'll go 1 and 6, just because that was an easy clicking option. 4. Yeah, so it has to have 4 words in the title. That's not gonna fit. That's 3. That's 3. That's 3. That's 2. That is 4. 4. 4. 4. Alright, so we have Fra from the Storm on Tide Mill Lane, Urine of the Dawn, volume 35, and Loud of Count's Family, novel number 6. We already have quite a few historical. I mean, they're all historical except this one. That was a terrible decision. Even this one, it's like a magical land. Who are we kidding? Alright, they're all back on the list. It has been ages since I read this one, so I should probably read it. And every single one of these, if I take it off the list, it will just be replaced with another book. in the series. Terrible. I mean, I think both of these are war ones. This one's also war. This one's also war. They're all in war. Okay. We'll just let the wheel decide. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? I know it has 6 on it. 3. Far from the Storm by Robert Elmer. This is book 4 in the Young Underground series. This is a World War II novel. I believe it's just at the end of the war. But they're still dealing with some of the repercussions. And I believe they're getting some of their friends back and their uncle back and all sorts of things. Somebody torches their boat and there's still people upset about what happened during the war. So they're after their friends. There we go. So this is a middle grade historical fiction. It also carries Christian themes. We are getting through the series, so I guess that's a good thing. After this, we still have 4 more books, though. Helicopters are coming for me. Alright. Back on the list, layout. Come on. I don't know if you can hear the helicopter. Mum's pick. Mum is not home. My mother is not home. A greenin'. Just under. I mean, technically, I could put Lord of Mysteries up. I don't know whether this is appropriate for audiences. I kind of just saw a clip of the anime or the Donghua. I think it's Chinese. Anyway, the animation. And I was intrigued. But it might have things that I don't like in it. I have no clue. As you can see, there's no description on it. And even if there was, would I read it? Would I have read it before buying? Probably not, because I loved the cover. In the storm of steam and machinery, who can achieve the extraordinary? In the fog of history and darkness, who whispers? When Zhao Mingru, I may have butchered that, wakes up bloody and dazed, he finds himself in a world of guns, factories, airships, and difference engines. But underneath the surface of all this industry, there exists a secret society revolving around potions, divination, sealed artifacts, and much more. This is the legend of the Fool. I know there's a song out that everyone was like, the Fool! But that's all I know. I know there's a lot of fans around this. But it is over 400. It is way over 400. It is 500. Goodness. 571 pages. So it is an option. It's way over 400. Let's see if there's a better option. Go from one extreme to the other. How many pages is this? It is way over 400 too. It is 500 and something. It's 558. Technically though, it is 3 volumes in one. I mean, I have to bring it out. I have to because it is part of the pile. It is 500. Wait, let me cut out all the extra fluff. Because I'm not going to be rereading the appendices. 529 for June. Either way, it's a lot of reading. Now, there is another book on my list that is also over 400. I think it's over 500. All of these are too. What am I talking about? Even maybe over 600. It's an indie book. But it is on my Wheel of Doom or Peace. So it will come out in a future month. But do I feel like studying this through a Christian lens at this point in time? Do I feel like doing that? Do I have the brain power to do that? I definitely do not have the energy for June. Let's admit, was I going to choose these anyway? Even this one at the moment has a bit of a questionable storyline, even though it's all good, but the storyline, like the acting role they're in, is a bit questionable. This one's easier to get through, and I love and adore the characters already. This one, I read a little bit, was bored out of my mind. This one, I don't know if I want to do the theological study on it right now. We all know I'm going to choose it. Skip beat. Volumes 28, 29, 30. Even though, yes, technically it's a cheat because the volumes themselves are not over 400 pages. It's like a combination of all the volumes into above 400 pages. Since nobody's here to police me, we are indeed going to go with this option. Sorry, I thought I saw the police drive by. So, yeah, we're going to go with skip beat, which is about Kyoko. She's betrayed by a childhood friend, as they do in many of these, manga series. So she joins the showbiz. She joins as an actress. The person she's trying to get revenge against is a singer, but she can't sing for all the worth. So she joins acting. Very quickly, it turns away from revenge, and she just loves acting and is a natural. However, in that, she might run into a past acquaintance, but she doesn't realize the acquaintance is there. But he does. He figures it out. And so you have Ren, who is the more experienced actor, and he's famous in the industry acting, and he's kind of antagonistic towards her at first. I mean, she joined for revenge. Fair enough. So they're a bit antagonistic, but he soon realizes that she's actually a natural, and it all goes from there. It all goes on from there. So that is skip beat. Currently, she's acting as the sibling of an actor who is acting in a drama, but two people acting as siblings. They are not siblings, but then the brother is acting as this role. That's all I'm going to give you. Does that give it away? No. It's just as confusing. Anyway, so this is going to be book number 6 on the list. And this is by Yoshiki Nakamura, by the way. Just so you know. I do love this series, but yeah. Alright, book number 7. 2 more to go. Something popular that you haven't read. Pretty much all of the back ones are books I read in childhood. So technically it's a reread, but I haven't read them in so long that I'm just counting them as my first read. So I could go Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, which is also popular, or I could do Solo Leveling, which is also popular. Look, if I took this off, I don't have the next one in this series to put on. So it would be getting rid of a book until the next one comes out. Alright, so we are going to go with Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint Volume 2 of the light novel. And this is by singNsong, which is a husband-wife duo. Okay, in this one we are following Dokja, who is the only reader of this online web series novel. And it comes to an end, but as it comes to an end, he is going to work, and the world he's in, the real world, transforms and starts taking on the beginning of the light novel, or the web novel. And so he is now finding himself in this world where these goblin creatures make everyone kill each other for their amusement, because if they don't kill each other, then the goblins, they kill everyone who doesn't participate. You either have to kill or be dead. I would suck at this because I would just be dead, to be honest. Because he knows the story, he can kind of foresee what's going to happen and collect these certain qualities, these certain skills in order to win. And currently he has a few people in his party that he deems, can be strong enough to join. And he tries to help out, but he can only help out so much when, the goblins have this really cutthroat system. Very gory, very bloody. It's not a relaxing series. It's kind of traumatic, actually. You also follow a character who's not going to die anytime soon. So I have read Volume 1. It's up there with the Solo Leveling collection. Anyway, he's still collecting people. He's trying to make sure everyone is leveling up, getting better. Because they have these patrons that are the viewers, pretty much. And so they plant down money or talents on those that amuse them the most. So I wouldn't recommend this for young viewers. Not that I don't think I have any young viewers, but if you are a young viewer, probably not for you. Check the trigger warnings, is all I'm saying. So we're going to go with this one for book number 7, which brings us to our finale. Alright, our final book for the video, book number 8, some may say. What's it going to be? Well, it's the prompt for it, What's it going to be? As a movie, TV adaptation. Have we done this before? Have we? Probably. Oh well. None of the ones on floor. Nope, nope, no. Nope. No. No. Yes, but I've already got the other one on the list. Yes. 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 No, 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 not that I know of. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Yes. Not that I know of. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Alright, so we have Sense of Sensibility by Jane Austen, Dawn, Lord of Mysteries, Solo Leveling, Elle and the Fairy, or Yona of the Dawn. 2 manga, 1 light novel, 1 urban fantasy, 3 historicals. I'm gonna go with another manga. So we have Elle and the Fairy, which we could continue and almost finish. There's only 4 volumes of Elle and the Fairy. And then or Yona of the Dawn. Technically, I did do the Elle and the Fairy in April, so we might go back. We didn't do any in April. For Yona of the Dawn, none of this tray is in order anymore. Oh well. Alright, so we are going to do Yona of the Dawn, volume 35 by Mizuho Kusanagi. This one we are following a princess, Yona. She runs away after her father is killed by a betrayal of someone close to her, and so she runs away with her bodyguard. She discovers that there are these dragon clans. Well, one person in each clan gains these dragon powers, and so one has super sight, the other has a giant claw hand, and the other one has, yeah, really boosty dragon legs. And so she sets out to find these dragons. But we are facing a lot of war, a lot of different things. You know, the usurpers around, Yona's struggling, and the rest of the clan are like, let's get back to Yona. They are currently separated. That's the only spoiler you get. So, love this series. We are in the later part. We are almost to the end. And all I can say is I don't know what's going to go on from here, but it's going to be probably painful. But I hope it's a happy ending. I think I would have seen some sort of uproar online if it had ended poorly. But I am concerned for this little guy here. So that is Yona of the Dawn on the pile. The pile of books. There we go. So we do have some physical. Except that that's in our series that's going to be replaced. That is in a series, but it's not going to be replaced because I don't have the next book yet. That's going to be replaced. That's going to be replaced. And that's going to be... It's already on there. So technically it's not going to be replaced. And then I bought another one, which will be also a physical. So I guess that's never going to go on the trade because I'm going to read it. Wrapping up, I got no time on my little reel. No film left on my reel, so I have to quickly wrap this up. I did avoid some of the most daunting ones. I will have to research that one and read it. Just, yeah, I don't know if it's actually will be right for my personal convictions. There we go, that's a big word for Elmo. So I did void some. I might end up move reading. I mean, some of these are really easy. That's going to be an easy one. Skippy's going to be easy. Yona's going to be easy. I think the romance ones are going to be fairly good. I mean, this one's just very gory. And this one is a warish one. But it is middle grade. Anyway, I'm going to let you all go. And I shall see you all in the next video. So until then...
T26 끝